The correct answer is C, close to the entry point to minimize contamination risks. Explanation. The passage states that an exception is an emergency department where it is recommended that designated isolation rooms be located near the entry to prevent the spread of possible airborne infection throughout the unit. This confirms that in emergency departments, isolation rooms should be near the entrance. Option A is incorrect because, while isolation rooms in most units should be placed away from the main entrance, emergency departments are an exception. Option B is a distractor, as the passage does not mention that emergency departments have more isolation rooms compared to other departments. The correct answer is A, separating used and unused medical clothing. Explanation. The passage states that clean and dirty workflows within this space should be considered so that separation is possible. This confirms that staff must ensure a distinction between used and unused medical clothing. Option B is incorrect because while the passage mentions a 15 Pascal pressure differential, it applies specifically to Class N isolation rooms and does not state that staff need to monitor it. Option C is a distractor, as the passage does not mention that the door must be kept closed at all times. Instead, it emphasizes preventing airborne particle escape when the door is opened. correct answer is A. Creating systems that align with current policy while remaining adaptable to future guidelines. Explanation. The passage states that flexible design allows facilities to respond to both current and future policies, ensuring long-term usability. Correct answer. C. Eikenella corrodens is resistant to several commonly used antibiotics for skin infections. The paragraph says that Eikenella corrodens is found in up to 1/3 of human bite cases and is resistant to commonly used antibiotics like cephalexin, flucloxacillin, and clindamycin. These antibiotics are normally used for skin infections, but they do not work well against Eikenella corrodens. This means doctors must be careful when choosing the right antibiotic. Incorrect options. A. Antibiotics are not necessary for all patients due to the low risk of infection. Wrong, because the paragraph says that human bites have a high risk of infection and complications. It also mentions that some experts suggest giving antibiotics to all human bite patients, which means the infection risk is not low. B. Streptococcus spp is the most frequently found bacterium in human bite wounds. Wrong, because the paragraph lists both Streptococcus spp and Eikenella corrodens as common bacteria. It does not say which one is the most common, but it does highlight that Eikenella corrodens is important because it is resistant to certain antibiotics. Since the question asks what doctors should consider when prescribing antibiotics, Eikenella corrodens resistance is the most important factor. Correct answer. B. A model of care should include both its implementation and evaluation. The paragraph says that a model of care is not just about designing the model, but also about putting it into action, implementation, and checking its success. This means that after creating an MOC, healthcare providers must also apply it and assess its impact. Incorrect options. A model of care is applied only in specific situations and locations. Wrong, because the paragraph explains that an MOC is used for individuals, patient groups, or entire populations. This means it is designed for broad use, not just in limited situations or locations. C. A model of care focuses on developing a project management tool. Wrong, because the paragraph says that while project management helps implement the MOC, the main goal is improving healthcare services, not making a management tool. Correct answer. B. The key difference lies in the level of authority and responsibility assigned to each practitioner in the process. The paragraph explains that delegation, the original practitioner keeps full responsibility while assigning a task to another person. Referral, some responsibility is shared with another practitioner, usually for a specific condition. Handover, all responsibility is transferred to another practitioner permanently. Since the main difference between these three processes is how much responsibility is given, the correct answer is B, level of authority. Incorrect options. A, the number of practitioners involved in each process wrong, because all three involve multiple practitioners. The real difference is how responsibility is shared, not how many people are involved. C, the amount of time each process takes to complete wrong, because the paragraph does not mention time as the key factor. The main difference is who holds responsibility, not how long the process takes.